An historic Week 1 of the 2018 NCAA Tournament brought us Gianters buzzer beaters, and incredible upsets, but also knocked 6 of the 9 top collegiate prospects from championship contention, a great run if you enjoy exciting basketball, and a massive downer if you're watching with a draft eye. Let's take a look at how the biggest prospects handled their matchups, and look ahead to a few Sweet 16 contents. Players are listed in order of my pre-tournament draft rankings. All stats come from Synergy Sports, sports-reference.com or hoop-math.com. Long live March. 2. DeAndre Ayton, big, Arizona's loss against No. 14 Buffalo was an embarrassment that encapsulated their season. Their collection of mismatched players couldn't thrive with no real offense and sloppy, uninspired defense. Ayton's numbers alone, 14 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 of 13 shooting, don't paint the picture of how ugly the contest was for the Beast from the Bahamas. He had a few solid moments in the post, but against a small Bulls lineup that shouldn't have been able to handle him, he missed too many bunnies that NBA bigs are expected to make. Many of his makes came on single coverage post-ups against smaller Buffalo players who, for some reason, continued to front him. But, more inexcusably, Arizona failed to get Ayton the ball on many of those Buffalo fronts. An ugly game on all counts for the Wildcats. There's a lot about Ayton's defense at this level that is inexcusable. While he, usually, dominated on offense when expected to, he was not that consistent powerhouse on defense. Buffalo guard Jeremy Harris blew past him time and time again on baseline drives. A player with Ayton's speed and wingspan, 7'4", should not get beaten off the dribble so easily and offer nothing as a recovery shot blocker. He's got the tool set, and I'm bullish that a youngster with Ayton's motor will figure out how to become an average defender at worst. He's got to bring the effort and energy he plays with on offense to the defensive side, and he's got to end up in a situation with a coach who'll challenge and teach him on defense. Ayton had plenty of supreme moments throughout the season. Go look at his Pac-12 tournament run, and one look at his truly rare athleticism and size combination makes it clear why he's such a highly ranked prospect. But Arizona got blown out of the water by a more confident, more composed, and more polished Bulls team, and Ayton sure didn't do much to impress in the loss. 3. Michael Porter Jr., forward. Missouri Porter Jr.'s collegiate career ended against Florida State in the first round on Friday. He had 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 steals on 4-12 shooting. His shot selection was still slightly nauseating, but Missouri was down early and had an ineffective game throughout, 32% shooting as a team. I applaud Porter Jr.'s decision to come back after his 4-month injury recover and try and help the injured, suspension-hampered Tigers team he'd originally signed up to lead. Or, I applaud Porter Jr.'s decision to come back and try to bump up his draft stock. Either way, applause for Porter Jr., even if it didn't end up going the way he'd have liked. He's not in game shape, and his chemistry with his teammates and on-court decision-making weren't at the level they'd need to be to effectively play on an NCAA tournament team. It's clear he's a shell of himself right now, and NBA teams know this. How much they base their evaluations off his 53 minutes of collegiate action this season is a big question going forward. 4. Jaren Jackson Jr., big, Michigan State limited by foul trouble, disrupted by multiple defenders in his high post spot, and hampered by his own coach's lineup choices. Jackson Jr. was invisible through the weekend. He finished with just 8 points, 12 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 of 7 shooting with just 33 minutes played in the 2 games. Tom Izzo locked Jackson into a stretch 5 role on offense all season and stuck him in the high post. Playing with Nick Ward and Miles Bridges has its lineup price. Only 45% of Jackson's shots on the season came at the rim, according to hoop-math.com, and most of those were off transition or cut plays. He took a grand total of 30 shots off post-ups this season, for Synergy, 30. That's tremendously rigid coaching right there. He averaged 1.28 PPP on those attempts, which is 98th percentile in the league. But when a prized 7'0" big man with Gumby arms had a fourth as many post-up attempts as he had spot-up attempts, 120, that's probably a sign that SS could be hidden at the collegiate level. In the final minutes of the Michigan State loss to Syracuse with the offense at a complete standstill, Izzo kept reserve big Ben Carter, 7.7